Hey everyone! So before I start this video, I just want to say I didn't really want to make this video for many reasons because I'm just afraid that my teachers are going to see this and they're going to hear me say something bad about them, that I'll get in trouble for that because I'm sharing my opinion. So there's that. So pretty much, if you haven't read the title yet, I'm just pretty much just going to talk about 6th grade and how it was. It was like the best and worst year ever. So before I start everything, I just want to say why I haven't been uploading. It's because I had my finals, and today was actually my last day of school, and I'm recording this. This is probably gonna go up on Friday or maybe Thursday. I don't know, but I'm recording this on a Thursday. I just had my ELA final today because I had social studies, math, science, ELA, and next year I'll have Spanish. So, because we don't do that in 6th grade, we do it in 7th and up. So enough talking. Let's just talk about school and what happened at first period. So, first period, my teacher. If we're talking about in the beginning of the school year, like the first quarter, we have first, second, third, and fourth quarter. If we're talking about the first quarter, nicest teacher ever. Second quarter, third and fourth quarter, meanest teacher ever. She changed. She changed. I'm not gonna give her name because most of my teachers are Miss, and then if I share their last name, I might be sharing their maiden name, and I don't want to do that. This teacher, I swear, I didn't really like her too much. I liked her in the beginning of the year because I said she was nice. Like, in the beginning of the year, she gave us a letter about her, and then we, had to write a letter back about us so she would know us better. And overall, she was just, really nice. And I remember when I used to get upset when we had a substitute teacher. The substitute teachers were meaner than the regular teacher. I remember that. Now I'm lucky if I get a substitute teacher. I'm just happy that I'm out of 6th grade and just say that. But the homework? And no, I'd spend hours on the homework each night. Normally I'd spend probably about 2 hours on homework, but I swear, I've been spending 5 hours on it. I remember one time, every single day for an entire 2 months, we get the same homework every single day, because we're reading this book called Percy Jackson. The homework was pretty much our study guide for the test, and my teacher was like, okay, so I swear this homework's gonna help you for this test. So once I took the test, homework didn't help me at all. All those 50 hours of doing that didn't help. It's even longer than 50 hours actually. None of that helped. I might be missing a lot of things because I know some people that I know are in my class, and maybe I'm missing some things because I can't really remember from the beginning of the school year. But yeah, that's it for first period. Oh, one thing I just want to say. The final was it was pretty easy. My teacher was expecting 90s and above on that, and there's 50 questions, and I think I got less than a 90. Although it was only reading comprehensions, because ELA is my worst class for some reason. I have no idea why, I just suck at ELA. So that's it for first period. Moving on to second. So for second period, I had math, and my math teacher was the complete opposite of my ELA teacher. In the beginning of the year, she was mean, but second quarter, she was okay. And then third quarter and fourth, rest of the school year, she was just nice. I love that teacher, actually. I wish I had her next year, but I won't because she's 6th grade. Maybe she'll be moving on to 7th grade, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that she's not, because I think she was a new teacher for this year, actually. Or maybe last year. The homework was pretty easy for math. There were some things that were hard, but some that were easy. In the beginning of the year, I'd say it was harder because I wasn't really as good as math back then than I was now, but now I'm pretty good at math. The homework was super easy. We would never actually, we would barely have homework, for April, May, and June, those 3 months, we would barely have any homework. We'll have some, but not really that much. Probably once a week. That's how much we would get, because I would usually just finish it in class because that's what the teacher let us do. So that teacher is really nice. Hopefully some people that I know in 5th grade have her, because she was a really nice teacher. So you know JPE General? He was in my math class, but he wasn't in my ELA class. He was in my math class. And the teacher had assigned seats, and one time she put us next to each other. No, she put us next to each other twice when she switched it, because usually she switches it like every month or so. And I remember in November or October we got to sit next to each other, and then May we got to sit next to each other. But for most of the other time I was sitting with my other friend. I don't want to say his real name because I don't know if he wants his real name to be said, but he was just one of my friends that was also in my ELA class. We would sit at the same table. That's pretty much all I have to say for second period. I don't really think there was anything bad about it. It was pretty good. So for third period, it was separated between quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter 4. So for quarter 1, I had art, and my art teacher, like, everybody hated her, but I thought she was okay because I'm a quiet person. Surprisingly, on my videos I talk a lot, but in school I'm just a quiet person. Mostly because none of my friends were in that class, and I really have nobody to talk to, because we also had assigned seats in that class, and I kind of talk to the people at my table, but not really. I mostly try to focus on my work because I like drawing. The paintings that I have I thought were pretty good, actually. Like, I remember the kids at my table saying, "Oh my god, how are you so good at this?" Like, I never really knew I was good at art. Like, at drawing and stuff and coloring. I didn't really know that. It just turns out that I was. I told the people at my table about my YouTube channel. None of them actually watched it. At least I think so anyways, I'm not really sure. That's pretty much all I have to say for third period. Not really that much because there's only one quarter. Now I'm just going to move on to the second quarter of period 3. So for the second quarter of period 3, I had consumer science, which is pretty much a class that, like, it teaches us, like, what to do when we're, like, grown up, when we're out of school. Like, it teaches us how to, like, wash clothing, like, how to, we learn how to make popcorn for some reason. Like, we tasted different cereal. I don't know, we just, like, we made clothing, we just did a lot of those things. Also, that one time we made popcorn, I got to eat it. It tasted, like, really good because I put a lot of butter and I put a lot of salt. I like the salt. Also, why is my face blue? I think it's because of my computer screen. Not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. The teacher in that class was really nice, like me, and so if you watch my Q&A video that has 19 views, you know that I said I'm my top 3 best friends. I had my friend Connor, and me and him got to sit next to each other in that class. And also some other kid that I made friends with, actually. The thing was, like, the teacher, like, switched our assigned seats, like, 4 times, and somehow me and Connor got to sit next to each other 3 times. I don't know how, but we just managed to do that. I think the teacher knew that we were friends, and we actually worked together, because whenever me and my friends, like, sit together like that, we always, like, work together so we can just, like, sit next to each other next time they switch our seats, because we just want to sit next to each other. That's pretty much it about consumer science. Now I'm just going to move on to computers, or quarter 3 of period 3. So for quarter 3 of period 3, my teacher, a lot of people hated her, but I thought I liked her. It's just like my art teacher. Pretty much because in computer class, we just learned about coding, and we learned about, there's this thing that we do called typing agent, where we pretty much just work on our typing on our keyboard without looking at it. So we just learned the keyboard without looking. And I actually, I pretty much completed the game. It's not really like completing the game that you think it is. I just did every single lesson, and yeah, that's just what I did. I completely forgot every single thing that we did in that class besides just doing codes, because that's all we did, just work on coding. And the coding was super easy as well. Like, I remember we'd have to put, it was like, if any of you have, like, done code.org or, like, Scratch, those are like coding websites. You know that you have, like, a loop block, and then you put, like, a walk whatever times in a loop, and then, like, I like the one where you just put loops inside of loops, because that one was the easiest. But that's all I have to say about computers. I think it's pretty shorter than the other ones, but now I'm just going to move on to my next class, tech. I love tech class. So for the 4th quarter of period 3, I had tech. Tech was, like, the best class, actually. So I had assigned seats, you know. Some person that was sitting, like, right next to me had the exact same name as me. I'm not going to share you might know what my real name is, but I'm not going to share it right now. But, It was me, him, and then this other kid. So pretty much when we were sitting next to each other, we had to do group work because we also did coding in that class. But what it was like you have the, I don't know what to call it, but I think it's a microchip, and then you put like wires into it so you can make like lights glow on it, and then you have to like plug it into the computer to make it glow to like get the energy or something. I don't know how it worked, but it was pretty confusing. We managed to do it though. Also, the thing that I liked most about tech was how we did woodworking, and woodworking it was just like for one person. I actually have something with my name on it. So we made like wood things like these. I don't want to show my last name because it says it right there, but we made these. And yeah, there's my first name. I'm not going to show you my last name. I keep repeating myself, I don't know why. But yeah, we made like this. And we also made a gumball machine, which is in the other room. So here's the gumball machine. It's pretty much you have this like puller thing. There's like a hole in it. And then there's supposed to be gumballs in here, except I don't have any gumballs. So it's like you slide this out and then there should be a gumball right there. You know, it's just this. So that's pretty much it for tech class. It was like woodworking and coding, as I said. And it's pretty easy. Okay, moving on to the next period. So for period 5, you can see how it says A or C days, because it goes between A, B, C, and D days. So Monday will be an A day, Tuesday will be a B day, Wednesday will be a C day, Thursday will be a D day, and then Friday will be an A day, then the next week Monday will be a B day, and then it just like continues like that, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C. I think most schools have it like that. Yeah, I think most of them do. So for A and C days, I had ELA Flex. So if you're wondering why I skipped 4th period, it's because that's my lunch period, and there's not really anything special about that, it's just lunch. Besides, I had pizza every single day for the whole year except for like 5 days. So for ELA Flex, it's pretty much just an extended ELA class. Like I remember when I was in 5th grade, I took a field trip to the middle school to like learn about the school and stuff and things like that. When they were presenting it to us, they said this. So the kids in our school says that we need more time of ELA and math, so we decided to make a flex class. Knowing the kids in that school, they definitely did not say that. You just want to get rid of our free period. That's probably not the reason why, but yeah, we probably do need more ELA and math class. So in ELA class, we pretty much it was just the same thing as the regular ELA class. It's nothing really new. It was like the same teacher and all that stuff, and the same work, like nothing new. So I just want to talk about the biggest sacrifice in ELA Flex. So this happened probably around like February, March. I have no idea when it happened, but it happened like around that time. So pretty much what happened was I remember we had the windows open and like we could hear the other class, and I think it was the other class, they were doing like this screeching noise or whatever, and then the teacher like heard it like where like my table was, and then they thought it was coming from my class, but it was coming like from the other class. So we were wasting like 15 minutes to class time. She was like, alright, who's doing this screeching noise? If I find out who does it, they're really getting in big trouble because you've been wasting my time. So we were pretty much just going to watch this video because it was like Autism Awareness Day or something. So my teacher said that when the bell rings, we're not going to leave the class until we find out who it was. And I'm like, oh God, I have band next period. That spoils what I have next period, but whatever. Yeah. So I was just saying, oh God, I have band next period. And if you know me, I could play like, I don't know how many instruments I could play actually. But like, I loved band class. I was the complete opposite between everyone else because everybody else hated that class. But I was like, oh shoot, I have band experience. I'm just going to say that I did it. So I just raised my hand. I'm like, I did it. I'm sorry. Then one of my friends who was sitting across from me, she said that she did it too because she didn't really want me to get in trouble. I don't know why she said that she did, like, because she really didn't, but like, I don't know why she did it. So then everybody left the class and I was still in here. I'm like, oh, come on, I want to get to band class right now. Then the teacher's like, okay, I don't even want to argue with you. Get out of this class right now. So I just ran to band class. That's pretty much the biggest sacrifice of what happened in ELA Flex. Now moving on to Math Flex, when we actually did something different in the class. So for B and D days on period 5, it was Math Flex. And pretty much, it was like exactly like a math class, except we weren't allowed to use calculators, and we like did like Khan Academy, we like went on Chromebooks and stuff. At the end of the year, we were just allowed to like, it was like a study session like for all of June. Like we could just like do our homework in class, we could study for tests, like for the finals that are coming up, and we could just pretty much finish classwork and do all that stuff. But like before that, we did like different classwork, except like we weren't allowed to like use calculators for anything, which was kind of annoying, and we mostly went on our Chromebooks. That's pretty much all I have to say about Math Flex. There's really nothing else that happened besides that. So moving on to 6th period. So as I said for ELA Flex on A and C days, I had band the next period, which is band on A and C days. I remember in the beginning of the year, I told my band teacher that I wanted to switch from clarinet to bass clarinet, and I still have people asking me, why did you switch to bass clarinet? Like, I don't really get comments on that on YouTube, but people, like, in real life ask me that. I'm like, I don't really have an explanation for it, I just wanted to play it. Like, if I chose it in 5th grade, you wouldn't be asking me this. Like, I wanted to play it in 5th grade. Pretty much the reason why I liked that class is because band teacher was nice. So there were some annoying kids in the class that would sit in the back because like they played trumpet, and they were so annoying. They kept talking while the band teacher was talking. We never really got anything done in class because of them. They were thinking that they were like so cool and funny, like they weren't. They were just being super annoying. Not only that, but a saxophone player. Like, I remember one time we were trying to like play our instruments, and then this one kid kept playing while we were supposed to stop, and for some reason he didn't notice. Like, one of the trumpet players said to the saxophone player, "Oh my god, you only have like 4 wins on Fortnite," and then the saxophone player says back to the trumpet player, you probably have like 0 wins. Then I say back to both of them, "Your hairline is worse than the gym teacher's." I'm not going to show you my gym teacher's face, but if you look at his hairline, you'd see it. But right after I said that, the teacher like started laughing and stuff, and like everyone else started laughing. They're like, "Oh, get roasted." I didn't like, my band teacher was mad that they kept talking, but like after he heard me say it, and that's me, so he started to laugh. That's the thing I like about my band teacher, is that he likes me because I actually pay attention. Some people fail band class. I don't even know how that's possible to fail band class. I just play your instrument and don't talk. That's it. That's all you have to do, just nothing else. Play your instrument and don't talk. And people fail that class. People are getting like 50s. There's some kid in my class that has a 4 because he never brought his trumpet. So that's enough of band class. I'm just gonna talk about gym class. So on B and D days, I had gym, and my gym teacher had the worst hairline ever. It's like back here. Everyone would roast him about it, and people would call him by his first name, and he would get really mad at that. Everyone really hated that teacher. He was mean since the beginning of the year. He was even mean before I was in that school because my brother had him. Like, you know, JP General, he wasn't in my class, but he had gym 3rd period on like A and C days or something, and he didn't have that guy. He had a different guy who was the other gym teacher. I think I can do some really good impressions of him. Guys, stop acting like a 2-year-old. Guys, not listening. Guys, you'll be getting 0s. Those are the only things he would say. He wouldn't even say anything else besides that, honestly. Like, you know, in some classes, we'd have our sit-ups test and push-up test. And when we did both of those, this is what you would hear. The fitness gram pacer test is down, up, 1, down, up, 2. They used the fitness gram pacer test for our push-ups and sit-ups. I kept laughing because I remember one time I was doing the sit-ups, and I was like I was just like going along with the beat when it's saying down and up. In some gym classes, we would go outside and we'd like just run a lap. We'd like play football, we'd play baseball, play soccer, play frisbee. You just do all of these things, and it was pretty fun. I honestly hated gym class, and I loved my band class. But, you know, I still enjoyed gym a little bit. So I'm just going to move on to 7th period. So 7th period is kind of like 3rd period, except for 7th period, for 1st and 2nd quarter, I had Italian. So this period was called exploratory language. Pretty much you just learn like the alphabet and like the basics of Italian and Spanish, then you choose what you're gonna do for next year. I chose Spanish for 7th grade, and then that's when I'm gonna have a Spanish final. In my Italian class, it was the best class ever. I loved my teacher. She was super nice. I got to sit with my friends. she never gave out detention, she never got mad. You know, we got to like play like Quizlet Live. If you haven't played that with your class, you probably should play it. We played Kahoot like it was the best class ever, except I was just really bad at the class. I failed most of my tests, so that's why I'm taking Spanish. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for Italian class. You know, it was best class. So for the third and fourth quarter of 7th period, we had Spanish, and teacher was also pretty nice. Not as nice as my Italian teacher, but pretty nice. Like, sometimes she would be mean because people were talking when they were not supposed to be talking, because that's pretty much what every single teacher says. Like, you know, she was pretty nice. She was okay if I wasn't really getting questions correctly. She'd, like, help me at some things. Like, she'd walk over to me, it's like, yes, you need help with this, like you can do this and stuff. Like she would do that. That's why I liked her. So we would also play Kahoot and Quizlet Live, and like whenever like someone would win, they got to like get candy. And I remember one time, the last time we played it, this was on Friday last week. That was actually our last day of Spanish. So I got to take all the candy because she was just giving it out. So yeah, that was pretty much a Spanish class. There's just one more thing I have to say about the funniest Kahoot round ever. So what I did was, we were playing Kahoot, and then I did a Kahoot Smasher, which pretty much puts a whole bunch of bots into your game. We had like 1,000 people in our game. I was trying my best to hold back my laughter, and still, nobody in my class knows that it was me. Like, only like some of my friends. Like, I told some of my friends that it was me. Nobody knew. It was like, it was just so random because we had people named like Ben Dover, Nerd3, Hero Brine. For some reason my teacher thought it was like the drug version that looks like Hero Brine, but I'm not. And there's like a lot of other weird names. And yeah, so there's like a whole bunch of other weird names. So that's it for Spanish class. I love that class. So for this next class, it was social studies, and I had the same teacher for ELA that I did for social studies, because, I don't know, those teachers have to teach both ELA and social studies. I don't know why it's like that, but it just is. I don't know why one teacher isn't ELA, then like another teacher is social studies, because there's two different teachers that teach both ELA and social studies, and JP General the other one, but I had the mean one. Like, he had the nice one, I had the mean one. So social studies is pretty much just the same as ELA class, except I was with more of my friends, because it was like a mix of period 1 and period 2, and it was pretty cool. So I really have nothing else to say about social studies, because I already said everything I needed to say in ELA class. One thing I have to say is that period 1 and period 2 were put together, and that I was worse at this class than I was at ELA. That's pretty much it. Moving on to last period. So over all of my periods, I just like to say period 9, science, was probably the best class out of all of them. Like, it's hard to decide between this or Italian class. I just say that I like science class more because I was doing better in science than I was in, what was it called? Italian. Like, my brother had this science teacher. She was super nice. Like, she wouldn't even care if you didn't do your homework sometimes. Like, she was nice pretty much all year. She, like, never changed. Like, it was just, like, so good. Like, she was the best teacher. She, like, the kids that were annoying, like, she'd just throw them out of the class. I mean, that doesn't really sound nice, but, you know, I mean, that doesn't really sound nice, but, you know, they're the annoying kids. They gotta get thrown out. Me and JPE General got to sit next to each other again at some points. Not really all points when she changed our assigned seats, but at some point. That's all I have to say. It's just that she was the nicest teacher ever. Like, I swear, she was the best. Also, the homework, like, wasn't even that hard. Like, it was, like, super easy homework. Like, I never really struggled with it. Like, I just loved that teacher. The final was also easy as well. Actually, I think my grades are actually put up on my school page. I got a 91 on the science final. I think think the teacher teach me well. That's pretty much all I have to say for science, and that was my last period. So now I'm just going to talk about the bus ride. Oh my god, the bus ride. My bus driver was the best as well. So I had 2 different bus drivers in the morning and in the afternoon. So first I'm just going to talk about my bus driver in the morning. In the morning, the bus was kind of insane because if any of you know, in some of my videos, I have my friend Sam in it. I think the only video he's in it is in my pie face with my friend, like that video. Yeah, you'll see him like a few times on Choppy's channel. Just saying, Choppy quit YouTube. Rest in peace to Choppy. So Sam was like the most crazy one on the bus. He changed a lot since last year, I'd say. Last year he was pretty quiet, but now this year he's gone insane. Just saying, the entire year, the bus driver in the morning only said 2 words the whole year, which is sit down. That's it, because someone was standing up, even though 50 million people stand up. I don't know why she told that one person to sit down, even though they always stand up on the bus. That's all I have to say about my morning bus driver. Now going into my afternoon bus driver. My afternoon bus driver was so good. There's just like a lot of things that happened with my afternoon bus driver, because we had different bus drivers for some reason. Like we had like 3 different ones. It was more like 5 or 4. So in the beginning of the year, this isn't correct, but I'm just gonna say that the bus driver kind of changed every quarter. It didn't really, it was around that time, but not like exactly that time. So in like the first quarter, the bus driver that would drive us in the morning drove us in the afternoon. She showed up late every single day, so I guess that's why she wasn't our bus driver for the second quarter. Second quarter, we had someone else who would text while driving, so she got fired. And then for the third quarter, we got the nicest bus driver ever, who was still our bus driver when we like left school, except for some of fourth quarter for like a month. The nice bus driver got switched to another bus, and then we had this other bus driver driving us that she was kind of mean. But then we got that bus driver back that was super nice. Like at the last day, which was on Thursday. I don't think I'm going to be uploading this today, as I said earlier, but I'm pretty sure I'm uploading this on Friday. We had like this water bottle fight, and I think Choppy actually sent me a video because he like recorded one, and I think he sent it to me because the bus driver allowed me to like use that thing where you can like talk to the whole bus, and it looks like a walkie-talkie, except you just talk to the whole bus. I'm like, okay, welcome to the 2018 water bottle fight. Let's all get Sam. So like everyone tries getting Sam, and then one person like they had it like this, and then they just like pushed it, and it got like all over me. They weren't even aiming for me. They got Sam and me because I was like right behind him. You just like got it everywhere, and it also like got on the bus driver. The bus driver didn't care. That's why he's the best. Hopefully I have that bus driver in 7th grade because he said he was gonna try to do that for 7th grade. Hopefully he does do that. Now that we've gone over everything, I just want to say what happened like at my house, like for like the year, like what I've done on YouTube, like out of school. So I have this saved on my computer. I'm about to open it right now. It's just about what dates I have hit some milestones. So for this year, the channel hit 50 subscribers, 100 subscribers, and 250. Now that I'm recording this, it's at 275 right now. But I think when I upload this, it might be at 280. Maybe around that, between 275 and 280. It might be just like in between that. So a few days ago, I looked back at my 2017 video, and then I wanted to try to set some goals for 2018. Then I was like, by the end of the year, I want to get 50 subscribers. Boy, you got 250. It's because of that party.exe video. I really need to monetize that. I can make like so much money. I can make a lot, actually. I have no idea how ads work, so I probably won't make a lot. Video's 20 minutes though. God damn! Okay, enough about money. I don't even know why I'm talking about that. So that's pretty much all I have to say what happened on YouTube. That's not it, actually. There's some other things I want to say. It's not about me, it's about Choppy. He quit YouTube around 2 months ago. Ever since his last video was reported, he quit. He didn't really make a video saying that he's quitting, but he just did. he quit his YouTube channel just to move to Fortnite and buy a $2,000 PC just to play Fortnite on it. He had an Xbox to play that on. He had it on his Mac, except it was super laggy. I guess he just wanted to play on a computer, I don't know. He uses his controller for the computer. I'm probably gonna get a lot of comments saying how Choppy's spoiled, but Choppy always disagrees with me whenever I tell him he has a lot of money. He always says that he doesn't, but like, compared to me, like, my parents would hate me if I did that, buy like $2,000 of a PC just to play Fortnite on it. They'd hate me. They'd like, they killed me. Also, another thing that happened was, I feel like if I share this, Roblox might see this and then I'll get banned. Except I don't think they're gonna do that, but Choppy told me that I can just take his account and then he just gave me all of his limiteds. I just traded all of his limiteds with my main account, and then yeah, I sold them, and my Builders Club expired again, and I don't have enough money on my Apple Pay to buy more Builders Club. So that's pretty much what happened out of school. Also, another thing I have to say, how this year my YouTube channel has turned into a Roblox channel, and somewhat baldy, but I kind of quit that. Yeah, but it pretty much just turned into a Roblox channel because of that one video I uploaded in January of party.exe. I still don't know why that has so many views. It just does. So that's all what happened at, like, outside of school and what happened at home. So before I go, I just want to say the channel is really close to hitting 100,000 total views and 300 subscribers. Right now the channel is at 91,991 views in total. I don't know how or why, but it just is. So that is the end of the video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications, and comment down below. Actually, just don't comment anything, actually. Maybe you could if you want to. I think the way how I upload is going to change over the summer. Probably even worse than it already was, because reasons. So, bye.